properties of boarding section to draw them.
The motivation for doing this project was primarily an interest in undertaking a challenging project. This opportunity to learn and explore manufacturing and mathematics was appealing. We realized the need of this project while starting engineering communication, that is MEP 100, when we were asked to draw ellipse as a projection of circle. There is a lot of approximation involved in the process which was taught. When explored, we found no mechanical instrument available in market for such process. That's why we thought to manufacture this process.
Now as you can see, we have inserted this cylinder inside this guide rail slot, which basically keeps the distance from the directrix perpendicular. This string has to be perpendicular, otherwise it won't be representing the perpendicular distance from the directrix. So to make sure that it happens, we have used this guide rail. Also the focus is considered this, and the length of this string and this string is equal, so that it represents basically the curve of a parabola. Now as we will go about tracing the parabola, we can see the rings will move automatically in unison, and they will unwind the same so as to be able to keep the distance of the point from the focus and the directrix the same, so that the equation of the curve is a parabola. Now as you can see, we have been more or less successfully been able to trace out an upper arm of one lobe of the lobe of the parabola with appreciable success. Now as we can all see, we have considered these two as the focal points, also this as the tracing instrument. Now as we all know that at every point of the hyperbola, the difference of the distances from the focus, either of the focus, is always constant. That we have achieved by giving an initial offset to this ring, so that this offset, these two lengths are not the same. Now as both the wheels are constrained to move together, they unwind the same length, and this initial offset remains the same at every point on the trace. Now as we see here, we have been able to form the upper arm of a lobe of the right lobe of the hyperbola successfully. In a similar way, we can go about forming the lower arm of the right lobe, and similarly by reversing the order of the foci, we can form the left lobe of the hyperbola. So we are on to the conclusions part. How did the trial run go? I would say the trial run did go a bit successfully, but we failed in being able to successfully use the spring system. The problem with the spring system came because the spring used was a bit too stiff and could not provide the desired amount of rotation, which was actually required to be able to trace out the curve to a greater extent. Apart from that, the system was a bit shaky and was a bit tricky to use. With some iterations and some improvements in the design, like using a cuff so that the point from which the threads come out is the same, we could increase the accuracy and usability of this product.